Chosen one, the way the world responds to you is not accidental. When you enter a room, people may pause. Conversations shift. Eyes follow. The space changes. Not because of what you say, but because of who you are. Your presence carries something beyond the surface, something spiritual, deeply resonant, and unexplainably distinct. And it is this very presence that makes you both admired and misunderstood. From a young age, you may have noticed how people responded to you without cause. Strangers open up easily, sharing personal details they usually keep private. Some individuals may feel drawn to you while others become tense, avoid eye contact, or act dismissive. These aren't random interactions. They are responses to your spiritual identity, a reflection of the energy you carry. This is the experience of the chosen one. Those who have been set apart for a higher path often experience life through a different lens. Your walk is not average because your role is not average. What many take as coincidence, you come to understand as divine pattern. And though this journey may be confusing at times, the signs around you have always been trying to communicate a deeper truth. Let's begin with one of the most consistent patterns experienced by the chosen: the energy shift in rooms and spaces. You may not speak, yet people look. You might be silent, yet somehow you're heard. This isn't charisma or physical appeal. It's frequency. You're radiating spiritual energy that disrupts the default rhythm of the environment. Whether people acknowledge it or not, your essence is perceived before your words are even formed. This isn't about ego or superiority. It's about responsibility. The path of a chosen one is not an elevation above others. It's a calling to serve through divine awareness, presence, and impact. You were never meant to blend in because you were sent here to awaken. And that awakening, by nature, causes discomfort. Not in you, but in others who haven't faced their own reflection yet. The light you carry exposes both the beauty and the shadows in people. Some feel inspired in your presence. They sense safety, wisdom, or purpose. Others feel unsettled, not because of anything you've done, but because your energy reveals what they've tried to suppress: jealousy, avoidance, judgment. These reactions say more about them than about you. This pattern, being both magnet and mirror, is the first undeniable sign of your divine presence. Second, you'll find that people either strongly admire you or feel irrational resistance toward you. Neutrality is rare. You're not someone who fades into the background. People seem to either align with your frequency or reject it entirely. Again, this isn't personal. It's spiritual. The admiration you receive often comes without effort. Individuals may express how they feel comforted by your energy, how they learn from being near you, or how they feel uplifted after interactions with you. Your energy heals without trying. But just as easily, you may encounter people who seem to dislike you for no reason, who challenge your thoughts, question your motives, or withdraw suddenly. These reactions can be painful, especially when they come from people you've trusted. But they are part of the spiritual filtering process. Your energy reveals what's real and what's ready to fall away. Third, you likely experience being the confidant for others, even those you barely know. People tell you their stories, traumas, hopes, and secrets without being prompted. They recognize something sacred in your silence, something trustworthy in your demeanor. And often, they will tell you, "I don't know why I'm telling you this," or "I've never told anyone this before." That's not a coincidence. That's your spiritual signature in action. But with this openness from others comes responsibility. You must learn discernment. Not everyone who shares their pain is ready for healing. Some want to talk, but not grow. Some seek relief, not resolution. As a chosen one, you must balance compassion with boundaries. You are a vessel of wisdom, not a container for emotional overflow. If you've felt drained after conversations, this is likely why. You're not just hearing, you're absorbing. Your sensitivity is not weakness, it is spiritual receptivity. But if left unmanaged, it can lead to exhaustion. Therefore, learning to protect your energy is essential. Fourth, being tested or challenged for no apparent reason is another consistent sign. Whether it's in the workplace, family, social settings, or even casual encounters, people may attempt to provoke you. You could be speaking calmly and someone interrupts with sarcasm. You might be presenting truth, and they counter with mockery. Sometimes, it feels like you're a target. Not for what you say, but for who you are. This is not just social behavior, it's spiritual resistance. Some individuals, consciously or not, try to confront or undermine your authority because your presence confronts their illusions. These confrontations are often spiritual tests, not to weaken you, but to prepare and elevate you. A chosen one isn't thrown into ease. They are forged through trial. Wisdom doesn't arrive through comfort. It is sharpened through challenge. That's why discernment is your most vital tool. Some battles must be walked away from. Others you must address with calm truth. But always remember, not every confrontation is meant to be a conflict. Sometimes, your silence speaks louder than your defense, and your peace is more powerful than your argument. Fifth, you may possess a natural gift of discernment, the ability to see through people quickly and clearly. You know when something is off. You can sense deception. You can feel when words don't match energy. And often, you know someone's real intentions long before they reveal them. This, again, is a spiritual ability, not a learned skill. Your intuitive insight allows you to protect your space, your mission, and your peace. But it also distances you from people who live on performance. When you carry clarity, those operating in disguise will avoid you, or worse, they'll attempt to discredit you, sensing they can't fool you. Stay grounded. Your intuition is a divine compass. Sixth, you may find that others are inspired by you, even when you're not trying to lead. Your presence alone causes people to reflect, shift their thinking, or realign their behavior. They may start making healthier choices, asking deeper questions, or walking with more purpose simply because they've encountered your energy. This is not influence, it's resonance. You embody what many are still learning to believe is possible. You serve as a living example of alignment, even when you don't realize it. And for those who are ready, your energy activates something in them. But again, not all will embrace this change. Some will push back, others will distance themselves. It is not your role to chase them, only to shine. The right ones will stay. The rest were never meant to continue the journey with you. Finally, as a chosen one, your path is marked by spiritual opposition. You've likely experienced recurring obstacles, betrayals, isolation, or emotional warfare. Progress feels harder. Relationships end without closure. Plans unravel. Yet, somehow, you're still here. This isn't random. You're not cursed. You're being refined. Chosen ones are not born with convenience. They are born with capacity. Your soul came prepared for spiritual warfare. The attacks you've endured are evidence of the threat your presence poses to darkness. The more light you carry, the more resistance you meet. But what you must remember is this: the attacks are temporary. The assignment is eternal. You are not here to break. You are here to rise. Chosen One, now that you understand the core signs that reveal your divine presence, the next step is learning how to carry this truth forward. Being a chosen one is not a title. It is a responsibility. It means you've been entrusted with light in a world that often chooses darkness. And now, the world is watching how you choose to walk with it. Let's begin with what happens after awareness, the refinement stage. Once a chosen one becomes aware of their identity, the spiritual refinement intensifies. This is the season when everything that no longer aligns with your divine assignment begins to fall away. Old habits, outdated beliefs, superficial connections, and comfortable environments start to feel heavy. Not because you are broken, but because your soul is being cleansed. You may have noticed how certain relationships started feeling one-sided, how activities that once entertained you now feel empty, how environments that used to feel safe now feel stagnant. That's spiritual growth. Your frequency is rising, and as it rises, anything not aligned with your new level begins to shake loose. It's important to not resist this process. The discomfort of refinement is not punishment. It's preparation. Every great calling requires pruning. Every divine assignment demands a clearing. You cannot step into higher purpose while clinging to lower energy. So, when the universe removes people or opportunities from your life, trust that it is making room for what's meant. This brings us to the phase of alignment. When you begin to live in spiritual alignment, everything changes. Not externally at first, but internally. Your desires shift. Your priorities evolve. You no longer chase validation. You no longer compete. You no longer seek to explain yourself to people who are not ready to understand. You begin walking with purpose, not for applause, but because your spirit demands it. You begin speaking truth, not for attention, but because your soul won't let you stay silent. And that energy is magnetic. People will start noticing. They'll ask questions. They'll want to learn from you. Some will even begin to follow your lead, not because you ask them to, but because your authenticity resonates. But as your light grows, so does resistance. One of the most misunderstood aspects of walking as a chosen one is the continued experience of spiritual testing. Just because you step into your power does not mean life becomes easy. In fact, the path can become even more demanding. Why? Because your potential increases, and with higher potential comes greater accountability. You'll find that new challenges arise not to break you, but to reveal more of your strength. Every obstacle is an opportunity to expand your awareness. Every betrayal is a mirror revealing the parts of you that still seek external trust. Every loss is a divine reset, aligning you with a better future. Do not mistake pain for punishment. In the life of a chosen one, pain often signals transformation, and transformation always precedes elevation. So how do you move forward when the EBED road is still filled with challenges? The answer lies in spiritual discipline. You must develop practices that anchor your energy: prayer, meditation, solitude, journaling, fasting. These are not religious requirements. They are energetic tools. They help you process what the world throws at you and return to your spiritual center. You cannot afford to walk through life reactive. You must walk through life responsive, led by spirit, not emotion. Additionally, boundaries become non-negotiable. As a chosen one, your energy is a resource. If you allow everyone access, you will be drained. If you don't protect your time, your mind, and your spirit, you will begin to disconnect from your calling. Not everyone deserves access to your presence, and not every conversation deserves your explanation. Silence is a weapon, distance is protection, and sometimes walking away is spiritual warfare. You are not here to be everything to everyone. You are here to be exactly who you were designed to be. Nothing more, nothing less. When you operate from that truth, clarity arrives, peace returns, and power flows naturally. Now let's talk about tribe. No chosen one is called to walk alone forever. The period of isolation serves a purpose, but eventually, the universe brings your tribe into alignment. Your tribe is not defined by shared hobbies or shallow connections. Your tribe is defined by resonance. You'll recognize them by how your spirit feels when you are around them. Grounded, seen, inspired, safe. There is no pretense, no hierarchy, no performance, just a deep knowing. A soul-level recognition that says, I've walked with you before. And when that tribe begins to form, the work doesn't end. It intensifies. You are called to contribute, to hold space, to grow together. Every member of the tribe carries a role. Some are healers, some are protectors, some are visionaries, some are activators, but all are vital. The power of the tribe is not in its uniformity, but in its unity. And within the tribe, your personal role becomes clear. You start to realize what you were born to do. Maybe you're meant to speak. Maybe you're meant to teach. Maybe you're meant to build. Maybe you're meant to guide. Whatever your role is, it's not small. It's not secondary. It's not optional. It is essential. And now is the time to step into it without hesitation. If you've ever asked, why me? The answer is, because you're equipped. Not because of what you've studied, but because of what you've survived. Your wisdom didn't come from books, it came from fire. Your authority didn't come from approval, it came from surrender. And that's what makes you unshakable. But being chosen also means walking with grace. You will be misunderstood, misquoted, rejected, laughed at. But do not retaliate. Respond with grace, not because they deserve it, but because you are anchored in truth. You will be tempted to doubt your impact, to minimize your influence, to question whether your work matters. But do not retreat. Continue showing up, because your consistency is your power, and your presence is your ministry. Chosen one, your life is a message. Whether you speak or not, you are communicating something. Make sure that message is rooted in integrity, compassion, and divine alignment, because others are watching, not just for entertainment, but for guidance. You are walking ahead so that others can follow. And yes, the path will feel lonely at times, but you are never truly alone. The divine walks with you, and so do those who are quietly drawing courage from your example. This journey, as sacred as it is not easy, but it is worth it. So continue listening to your intuition, even when others question it. Continue protecting your energy, even when others misunderstand it. Continue speaking truth, even when others reject it, because at the end of it all, your life will not be measured by how many people liked you, but by how many souls were awakened by your presence. Chosen one, now that the truth has been revealed to you, there is no turning back. You are no longer who you used to be. Not because something changed outside of you, but because you finally remembered who you've always been inside. This message, this journey, this awakening was never about convincing you. It was about reminding you. You came into this world carrying a unique frequency, a divine code that can't be replicated. The world has tried to cover it, distort it, ignore it. But here you are, rising anyway. And now the time has come for you to take everything you've learned, all the insight, all the confirmation, all the truth, and apply it. This isn't the end of your story. This is the beginning of your assignment. The clarity you've gained must now become action. It's not enough to simply know that you are chosen. You must walk like it, speak like it, lead like it. You must show up in rooms where your presence shifts the energy. You must build what you were sent here to build. You must teach, guide, create, speak, in whatever way your soul was designed to express. Yes, there will still be resistance. People will still doubt you, question you, misunderstand you. But that is no longer your concern. Your focus now is impact, not approval. You don't need the world's validation when you already carry divine confirmation. Chosen one, you are a light in a world that desperately needs direction. You are the voice that cuts through the noise. You are the presence that brings clarity to chaos. And when you walk in that truth without apology, you give others permission to rise too. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Don't wait for everyone to understand. Start now, with what you know, with who you are, with where you stand. Your obedience to your calling will unlock blessings not just for you, but for everyone connected to you. Your presence in this world is not random. It is strategic. And now, with this awareness, you are accountable. Accountable to your light. Accountable to your gifts. Accountable to your soul tribe who is still trying to find their way, and will through you. So let this be your moment of commitment. No more shrinking. No more second-guessing. No more delay. It's time to move boldly, with purpose and precision. Because the world doesn't just need more noise, it needs your truth. You are chosen, you are called, and most importantly, you are ready. Now rise. Chosen one, if this message spoke to your spirit, it wasn't by chance. You didn't arrive here randomly. You were guided. And now that you've received this truth, you have a responsibility, not only to yourself, but to the path you were sent to walk. Now is the time to step forward with intention. Let your agreement be known. Type, "I am chosen" in the comments, and let your voice echo through the spiritual realm. This isn't just a comment, it's a declaration, a signal to the universe that you're aligned, aware, and ready to walk in your divine identity. If you've seen numbers like 111, 333, or 777, share them. These aren't just numbers, they're confirmations, codes of alignment, signs that the divine is guiding your every step. And if you're still seeking clarity or wondering what your next steps are, don't walk this path alone. Subscribe to this channel and tap the bell icon so you never miss a message designed to awaken, strengthen, and guide you. This isn't just a platform. This is a spiritual sanctuary, a space for the chosen to gather, grow, and rise together. If you've been hiding your light, let this be the day you stop. If you've been questioning your calling, let this be the message that removes all doubt. If you've been waiting for a sign, let this be the confirmation your spirit has been searching for. Your tribe is out there, but they can't find you if you stay silent. Your purpose is waiting, but it can't unfold if you hold back. So let the world hear you. Let heaven know you're ready. Stand in your truth, fully and unapologetically. You are not invisible. You are not forgotten. You are not random. You are chosen. And it's time the world sees you for who you truly are. Comment, subscribe, share this message. Let the mission begin.